Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much for having me this afternoon.
Now, we know that insecurity is one issue that has continued to bedevil, residents and even the general public. FCT is a very critical place in Nigeria. And there have been concerns of insecurity lately in the city. What steps have your command taken to address some of these concerns?
Okay. To answer that question, I need to also draw your attention to the fact that FCT is the center of this country and is the seat of national government. Everybody wants to be in FCT. You see, many people who does not even have relations here come to FCT. They don't have a place to sleep. They don't have a relations to stay in. And they came in the name of looking for jobs that are not readily available. And you find them ending up in shanties, under the bridges, uncompleted buildings that are scattered all over the FCT. It's a whole lot of problem for us. So we have been carrying out a consistent raids on all these black spots and uncompleted buildings, and we'll be making arrests. On a daily basis, all the DPOs and area commanders in the FCT have been directed to carry out raids, and we'll be making a substantial arrest and recoveries of Indian hems, some drugs, illicit drugs. And most of the arrests we have done so far, we take them to court. That's what we are doing. And that raises a serious security concern in the FCT. And when you go in some of the places, you see, more especially you go to national mosques by the first gate there, you see a lot of stretch of, canals in that place. It's also a security concern. All those bushes that are found around the FCT that have not been cleared off, they also go there. But what we do on our part is to carry out these raids, which we do on a daily basis. And it has been very, very helpful.
Have there been arrests in all of these raids you carried out?
Certainly, yes. You know, a raid has positive things there. We make arrests at times, even robbers that we've been looking for in the past six months or thereabout. We find them in these shanties also. We recover arms also. So that is the positive things in raids. But at times, during raids, innocent persons can be arrested. But when that is done, we do screening, and those ones will be allowed to go in immediately.
One crime that has continued to put fear in the minds of residents of Abuja is the one chance, menace. And recently, they are allegedly responsible for the death of one young lady by name Greatness Olorufemi. And what strategy has your command put in place to tackle this?
You know, one's chance of a thing is not today. It has been in the FCT for quite a while. But what we do is to try to reduce it, to mitigate it. You know, crime is part of human habitation and existence. You cannot remove crime completely. If you want to do that, maybe you don't want human existence. But the strategies we have adopted in the last 1 month or thereabout is the creation of anti-one chance squad, which I have also constituted. I also have Operation Stink that goes about in the night, also pretending to be passengers. So this has been yielding positive results. We'll be making arrests of such people. And also, if you go to the dump now of road transport services, we have quite a lot of vehicles that we have impounded over time because they are being suspected to be used for this one-chance business. You see a golf car, you see a Toyota Corolla, and unpainted, being used as cabos and having tinted glasses. And when you see a vehicle like that is tinted, passengers ordinarily don't know that it is tinted. the glasses are wind down. By the time they enter, they wind up the glasses. So we have carried out an operation, and we have gotten quite a lot of vehicles that have been impounded so far, and we are investigating the matter.
I just want clarity. Is it only, how can citizens spot, one chance, criminals? Is it only by the use of tinted glass vehicles, or what other methods can citizens use in identifying one chance criminals?
The name One Chance came up out of the fact that, in the parks, they will tell you the vehicle is already filled up. And the only chance is that is remaining is one person, one chance. That's how the name comes out. And when you see a vehicle that is already filled up and there's one space, you should be circumspect in that. One space that is left. The whole lot of people that are inside that vehicle could be members of the same syndicate. You will be the only victim that is entering that vehicle, and you may be dispossessed of your property. And at times, if you are entering a vehicle and they don't want you to sit at the door, they want you to the person who is inside the vehicle will come down to enable you going into the center. You should be very suspicious about that kind of a vehicle. There could be a one-chance vehicle. Because if you are sitting by the door side and there's anything, you can quickly open the door and dash out. But they will not like this. As at the time you are entering the vehicle, they say it's one chance that is remaining, and they want you to go into the middle. The person will come down for you to go into the middle. You should be suspicious that that vehicle could be one chance. That's my advice for the citizens of this FCT.
The opportunity, to call on all those who can support this kind of programs to do that. I came first across crime fighters, in a program. And I call on all those who will support them. Nobody can support crime fighting more than the general public itself, because nobody can catch criminals more than the general public. The police can only work if the general public support the police. So the crime fighters can only work if the general public can actually support them and show them where the crimes are being committed, so that they can video it and send it to those who will fight it. So I call on the general public to support them.
We recently learned that the command under your leadership has made some arrests as regards one chance suspected criminals. Can you tell us how your command was able to crack some of these cases?
Some is based on information, and some is not just on information. There are certain things I don't need to highlight here. Our modus operandi, how we get them arrested, because if we do, and they get to hear how they are being arrested, maybe they will not want to do it that way. So it is better not for me to review the strategies that we are using to arrest them, because they are also watching the program as other people are watching.
You've spoken about carrying out of raids, and you've spoken about arrest. But in all of these arrests, have there been recoveries, in relation to the directive by the Inspector General of Police to mop up, small arms and light weapons out of circulation?
We have 4 pump action guns just recovered 3 days ago at Gwagwagada. The suspect is here, has been arrested. We intend to do a parade maybe by next week. We recovered quite a number of rifles, locally fabricated rifles from Zuba Aziz. We did that briefing, I think, last week too. So we've been recovering quite a lot. Apart from locally made pistols, rifles, we also recover illicit drugs. We also recover SIM cards, SIM packs. We also recover ATM. that these fraudsters normally use. You see somebody having up to 70, 40 ATM cards. Something is suspicious there. So we've been doing that.
Were these reports, alleged reports of male organ disappearances? You know, we just need you to give us details of this incident and how accurate is this allegation, sir?
Well, that has stopped now. When it started, the FCT, we had almost about 45 cases of male organ disappearance, even female too. And in most cases, it is false, and it is just a psychological kind of a thing. And those ones that raise false alarm, and most of the cases will take them to hospital, and the hospital will examine the patient, and at the end of it all, they will come up with a report that the organ is intact and active. And that is to say, no organ disappeared. And that has been going on and going on, but all those ones that were raising false alarm, causing public disturbance and incitement, all of those suspects were taken to court. And they were also sentenced and given some fine. So through that, we were able to discourage. I even went to Brekete Family Radio to also appeal, also to talk to members of the public that it is a psychological thing. This thing does not just happen. A woman who was even saying that her clitoris disappeared, we took her to the hospital and the clitoris was there intact. And what's the meaning of that? It's not raising false alarm. So the woman was equally taken to court for raising false alarm. We were able to rescue, quite a lot of people from being lynched to death, arising from this male organ disappearance. I'm happy that that has gone now. In the last 1 week or thereabout, we have not had any case, single case of male organ disappearance.
CP, sir, it's very rampant to see vehicles, commercial vehicles parked across the road, constituting nuisance to other road users and even other motorists. What is your command doing about this?
The command has been doing quite a lot. We've been moving around, making arrests. There are some that are just completely deviant. They stop on the road to pick passengers and to drop passengers. That essentially we have been doing to make arrests. But when arrest is done, ours is to also pursue them to court for prosecution. And in our laws, when somebody is taken to court for an offense and is given a fine of also a community service, he gets back with the kind of boldness and then still continue to commit the same offense. You see? So that is the problem that we have, because when arrest is made, yes, we take the person to court, yes, the court will do its own, yes, and the person is also punished, but the punishment is not sufficient deterrent to this motorist. When you are taken to court and you are given a fine of maybe 3,000 naira, and you come out again tomorrow, you still do the same thing. So that is the problem that the command has. But all the same, we have been doing our best to make sure that we enforce the laws of this country. So that's what we are doing.
Now, CP, sir, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, recently directed that commands across the country set up complaints response units in their various, place of responsibilities. Has your command fulfilled this? And what is the compliance level?
that directive was complied with immediately, and we are getting response from citizens or residents in the FCT, even beyond. And we have been responding to such complaints. Some call me directly on my mobile phone, and we do that. And some of them, the people who complained are very, very happy with the response, and then also what we did. And in a large organizations like this, we are bound to have some deviants. And when any policeman go out of his ways to misbehave, we do punish them. So that's what exactly we are doing.
Okay. Another directive of the Inspector General of Police is the call to commands and for citizens with illegal arms to come and submit these illegal arms to commands across the country. Have people with illegal arms been coming to report their arms to the command? And if there are there also people coming to report those with these illegal arms, since policing is everybody's business?
In the FCT, there was no single case of an individual coming willingly to surrender arms. Nigerians, what they are. The IGP promised that there's not going to be any punishment. You are not going to be arrested. You just hand over the arms and go. But for FCT, none had come to hand over willingly. But just as I mentioned to you, we recovered 4 pump action guns, rifle, in Gwagwalada. It did not come up to recover that. To hand over. We did on our own through actionable intelligence and got them recovered.
I appeal to members of the public to cooperate with the police in their communities, give us information, we will protect you, we will make use of every piece of information you make available to us, we will act on them, and it will be for the good of the community and your good. Thank you.
In a country where the majority of its citizens are known for hard work and resilience, it is not only shameful but annoying to see able-bodied young men and women take to crimes as their source of livelihood. Such is the story of 43-year-old Lekan Adebayo, who chose crime as his own source of livelihood. After recovering from a ghastly motor accident where his accomplice, one Ike, was paralyzed as a result of their illicit trade, one-chance robbery, Lekan quickly saved money, bought a car, and recruited some persons to join him in the one-chance robbery gang, which he codenamed Open and Close. On today's episode of Crime Fighters Case File, we profile Lekan and his gang members, their modus operandi, and how they were caught. Watch and learn how to spot these cold-hearted criminals masquerading as genuine taxi drivers in the Abuja metropolis.
This particular gang, how they operate is, they have 4-man gang. The Lekan that you just saw, that you just heard him, he's the gang leader. He sits behind the driver. And then they have 2 other girls to make their victim comfortable in boarding the vehicle. Once the car is in motion, what they do is, Lekan in particular will now start searching the luggage of this this victim they picked, and the other 2 ladies will be distracting the victim. He will not know, or he or she may not know what is happening behind. So they now search your luggage. If they find something reasonable, you are lucky, because they will drop you off. If they don't find anything reasonable, it's time to face the target, which is the victim. They have to get something out of you. So you may have a bag where they will now start looking for a way to search your bag or make sure they get some money out of that victim. And these are the members, the notorious one chance that have been terrorizing that area. The rest is history. We have a lot of complaints about their activities, and our men from our Sokoro division were able to intercept these people, and here we are today. So I advise my fellow Nigerians and residents of FCT to be wary and be careful. Be watchful of the kind of vehicles you bought. These golf vehicles with 4 passengers, and then the front seats, you are just the last person they are looking for to pick. So be very careful of the kind of vehicles you bought, and always board your vehicles at approved parks.
My name is Olamilekan Adebayo. I'm 43 years. I'm from Kwara State, Ilorin. And so far we see you for at bus stop. If you carry load, we will carry you. Whether you are going to Suba or Kaduna Road, or you are going to anywhere, we'll put your load for at boot. We must carry the person. We must carry the person, put for front. If you carry and put for front, you just put a load for the boot, search the bag, open and close it back. You know, the only person will carry load, now he will carry one. So the person where I see that they call her IK is the one who introduced me to this. Open and close man. So one day we have serious accident with IK. He have 2 leg break. They're not taken to village. Since that time, no seeing again. Since that time, I can't gather 120,000. I was buy the motor. I can't call this guy now for DD. They call him ASO. I call him with the person with the always stay for front, Ibrahim. I just call 2 of them and say, come on, what they do this thing now? He said, waiting with that. I say, don't they hear about the open and close, say to carry person for front, put it low for boot. Say, he already hear about it. I say, okay. He say, I can't say, more carry boy pull for motor, so more find 2 guests for back. So if a passenger see 2 guests, they will enter quickly. I can't go Kubwa. As I reach Kubwa, I see one guy what they call Deborah. I just tell and say, see what they happen now far. If you come out, you can say yes. If you come out with a girl Blessing, she dey sell food. I go meet and say Blessing how far. More they run this thing and say okay, say ready. Now so we still start. If you put the load for boot, and I tell those girls to bend down like this, open the seat, remove the bag. If I remove the bag, I will search it. If I see money, I will carry it. If I don't see money, I will return back. So if you reach front, you will just tell and say, Road Safety, they from front, you will drop it. Say, we know, say if you go there, they know they allow 2 at front. Say now only 1 person. If you sit down for front, you will just drop her, carry the load, give her. We don't remove your money till reach where they go. Because my children now, they are worried. Say, they ask their mommy, say, where their dad? Where their dad? My wife now tell them, say, your dad's not around. Because she said, refused after one of the day where they take me to my house, one of my daughters is around, and I tell the second one, the third one now, tell the rest 2 boys. They see what they say, our daddy go and do crime. All of them could start to cry. Now see, I enter this problem like this, FCF don't cry tire. See, so now like this, me I will tell and say I won't go do motor work. So now like this, I take this motor they do. But when they carry me to my area like this, they don't let me sit down inside motor. They just see me at the track with handcuff. Everybody now see me say, what happened to this man? And then my children, all of them, they are crying. Hey. I beg any young person who just start life, anything about crime, do legit business so that you can proud of yourself. I beg, I cannot try this kind of a thing again into my life. I beg, make Nigeria, may they forgive me. I do a lot of mistakes. I can never do that kind of a thing again. Because the people who are married their wife now, they all they regret about me. Say why we can go marry somebody like me. I beg, I pray may they forgive me, man. They make my children, may they forgive me. May they forgive me. May they forgive me because the one way you take school now.
A peaceful citizen. When you notice that there is something in you, a tendency that is towards committing crime, doing something that is negative, please work on yourself. You can defeat that anger, you can defeat that tendency to do something wrong. Better work on yourself before you do something that is going to get you into trouble with the law. Keep watching Crime Fighters, the police and you. Stay tuned.